I'm going to pick up an item in the news today that gives us an opportunity, since we are at the Carnegie Council and where ethics do matter, gives us an opportunity to step back and reflect on how the United States has prosecuted its counterterrorism efforts over the last decade or more. As you may have read in the newspaper this morning, the Senate Foreign Relations Committee released a report that was extremely critical of the intelligence community, particularly the CIA's use of certain interrogation methods that they described as being synonymous with torture. And whatever you think about the details, the report really provides us with an important opportunity to step back and think about the ethics of our own approaches, how we need to consider maintaining the moral high ground, maintaining our own integrity, our own values, as we deal with some of these threats. So I wanted to just ask for your thoughts on what should we learn from this report and from this period as we think about how to deal with these threats going forward.
I'll tell you what, I think it's very dangerous for time, because it exposes the United States to something that I think history will look back on it and it won't be a pretty picture. Regardless of all the people that you've heard in the media, what they've said, I think it was pretty telling I caught a little bit of Senator Feinstein's statement on the Hill today, and I was able to read Senator McCain's response. And I would encourage all of you to read Senator McCain's response. Senator Feinstein was incredibly articulate. Why the report? I was interested to see what the other side would say. And in this case, I thought Senator McCain's very thoughtful, from an individual who really experienced enormous levels of torture himself, what his response was going to be. So, if there's an American strategic advantage, it is our values, and we must protect our values at all costs. There's a great story about a young rifleman who is just killing his way through a street, and in a second he stops being this incredible soldier doing his job, and he protects a child, picks a child up, hugs it to himself. Exposes his backside to the fire that he's taken and saves the child. I mean, that's an American value. That is not only a heroic act, it's an American value. That kind of story happens all the time, and that's what we want our military to be seen as. This really incredible ethical organization that that I know that this place is espousing as well.